it's healthy. That rivalry between England and Australia is healthy. I was lucky enough to play in it. I didn't play much. I played a handful of test matches. But when you do play in those games, and particularly in Australia with huge stadiums, 95 or 100,000 at the G, it rams it home to you that this is a passion and it's a tradition. And when you're part of it, you know, you can tell your grandkids. And you know, I was there. I didn't do very well in it, but you know, there's a million and one people would have been in my shoes, if you like, opening the batting for England in Australia, walking down the steps, no helmets. I always remember.
Oh, no.
So, as I've said that, you know, I've not been out of England, and it's so warm, and you go out to face Thompson and Lee. I don't need a cap on today. I get a bit of sun. Get a bit of sun on, you know. And you know, I don't think I had a thigh pad. I put a pair of socks in down your trousers, and that'll do. Sort of. Tomo, he's a bit wild. 8 ball overs, you get 5 bounces. The 3 that you might get a single off. You never looked at the board. I know I'm going off at a tangent, but 8 ball overs and you get 5 bounces, particularly from Tomo. And, you know, you'll have been in an hour. Don't look at the board and think, how many am I? I've been in an hour. I must be about 25 or 30. You'll be about 7 if you've lasted that long. Because there's not many. I'm not going to take the hook on. I'm not a good hooker. And so there's only so many deliveries that you can get a bit of a nudge on. And so it was important. I remember that when we chatted in the dressing room, we didn't have any big meetings. We never did at that time. It was important. Don't look at the board. Just stay out there and see him off, and get Tangles on. Get Max Walker to come on. Get Ashley Mallett on. Get a bit of Dougie Walters or any of the Chappells. You might get Ian come on and bowl a bit of leg spin, and Greg with a touch of medium paces. So if you can wear them down. But you couldn't actually wear these two down, Lilly and Thompson, because they were supremely fit. They could come back. You've got to be honest and say real apprehension. You know, these blokes, particularly Tomo, he's rapid. This bloke's rapid. And when you see Tomo now in later life, he's scaled down. But there's one, for me, when I keep seeing Tomo every time I go over, you know, he's getting older like we all are. But he's still got some shoulders. Now, take that back to a 20-odd-year-old. He was as fit as the lad from up the sticks. And he was damn good company. He was dead simple, very honest. I don't think Tomo likes me for some reason, but I thought he was fabulous. It's a difficult one to answer, that. I was... nuggety. I wasn't a flair player. I wasn't Gower by any stretch. But I like to get stuck in. I'll get stuck in. And if I can... I'm looking to... My game plan is to get past the new ball. I'm only doing what coaches have told me as an opening batter. Wear him down, get past the new ball, it gets easier. And I had a bit of a reputation that I can play spin. And so, you know, I would always think that when I've got him off, I'm going to get a bit of spin. Now it's my turn. You can expand your game. And my best innings would be played against spin. And I know that Dennis Amis and we got a good start. We got put 100 on in one game, and Ashley's on. Mallett's come on. I thought, here we go. And I've run down the pitch and dinked him straight back, caught and bowled. You know, that's terrible. I shouldn't do that. You know, because the opening's there, Ashley's going to bowl a few, and then Dennis is coming back on again. But I was a careful opening batsman, and then as you get older, when I'm out of Test match cricket, I'd give you a bit of a tap as an opening batsman. Come on, I'll take this on. Knew a bit more about it, a bit more carefree, a bit more solid in caring for my family. You know, it's a different era. At that time, I'm doing this and looking after my family. putting bread on the table.
Yeah.
As you get older, you're like, right, I'm here to enjoy myself. I'm going to take it on a bit. No, crikey, no. Totally different in that era. Whereas, and I often think about this, that when we played in that era, all right, let's talk about Chappelli, Greg Chappell, don't get all the ones they mentioned, Tom O'Lilly, Rodney, Tony Gregg, superstar. All Bobby Willis. Finish a game at Lloyd's, finish the game, finish the day, have a yarn in the rooms, go out in the pub at the bottom. It's full of punters, absolutely full of punters. You go and have a drink with them. Everybody mixed in. Spectators knew the players. If we went to Melbourne, we would know little bars here, there, and everywhere. That we go in there. We in Sydney, Rushcutter Bay, stay around there and meet up, hang out. People would come across. Big difference. What was there not? Selfies. Oh, mate, how you going? Oh, come on, can I have a selfie? Me and my mate, Tommy, come over here. I'm sorry, I don't know how to work this. Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, I've got it facing the wrong way. Oh, here, come on. Oh, back a bit. Here, love, can you take this picture? I don't know how to work my camera. You just stood there like a complete lemon. There were none of them. Yeah. So you'd have a beer in the bar, in the pub, by the ground. I'll tell you another little story. Ashes in England. I'm coach, and I'm wanting to keep their leg spinner out of the game for as long as possible. I want him out the game. I don't want him playing any part early on, first innings. And I've gone like under cover of darkness to a particular ground. I'm not going to tell you which ground in England. And I'm on the pitch with a groundsman, and I'm just asking him, who's a mate. I said, just leave. I said, I'm not talking about wet and damp and seaming. Just leave as much grass on as you can. I want to keep their leg spinner out of this game for as long. He's going to come into the game, but I want to delay it.
What series was that?
It'd be 97, round about then. Yeah. The chief executive of the club came out. Can I ask what you're doing? Well, I'm asking. He said, stop right there. I'm going to get a secretary out. I'm going to minute everything that you say. Right.
You're up against it.
I said, I'm only asking.